guys! Today we're continuing our crazy stream in Roblox, playing Grow a Garden. I'm ready to chew gum, talk all sorts of nonsense, and grow my garden together with you to unbelievable heights. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. It's really important to me and helps our chaotic garden grow even faster. You can also share your opinions in the comments, what plants to grow, what to do in the game, or just your wild thoughts I read, and talk about everything with you. Let's level up this garden together and create total chaos. I'm sitting here, chewing gum, and thinking that if every piece of gum could remember all the conversations I've had, maybe they would run their own stream somewhere in a parallel reality. And there would be gums sitting around, discussing why people are so weird, why they think about the meaning of life, when they could just roll on the floor spinning like a top. And why we take time so seriously if clocks were invented by humans, while hamsters don't care about them at all. And I swear if refrigerators had legs, the first thing they'd do is run away from home and go to Turkey, because refrigerators definitely love vacations at the sea. I'm sure of it. And also, I wonder why every TV remote always has that one button nobody ever presses. Maybe it's a secret portal button into a world where everyone wears mismatched socks and nobody cares if yours has a hole. And I think that would be the perfect country for teenagers, because no one asks about homework. No one gives grades. You just go out, buy 100 lollipops, and feel like you're eternal. But by the end of the day, you realize your tongue turned purple, which is a whole separate philosophy, the tongue being like an indicator of your inner joy. And so I'm here chewing and thinking, why is an iron called an iron if nobody ever invites it to tea? And why do the words spoon and spoof sound connected? Like someone once lied about soup and now we're forced to eat it every day. And you know, if you stare at a light bulb too long, it feels like a tiny gnome is sitting inside laughing at you for believing it's just electricity. Also, I've got this theory. Every elevator button holds the memories of every finger that's ever pressed it. And if you put your ear to it, you can hear a whole concert of random human thoughts, like need to buy bread, where are my socks, why don't I have a laser in my closet? And out of this chaos is born what we call life, which to me is a weird thing, kind of like pizza without cheese. Everything's there, but something's clearly missing. Anyway, guys, if you like this nonsense, you have to subscribe right now, because our goal is 1,000 subscribers, and I want us to hit it together. And if you subscribe and drop a like, I'll send you positive vibes through the screen. And if you write a comment, I'll read it and laugh like a dumb hamster, because your thoughts really make this stream alive. So smash those buttons, don't be lazy. It's like morning exercise, but way more useful for the algorithm. And by the way, I think if a kettle could write songs, all of them would be about missing the water it once had before we boiled it away. And maybe that's why people love music so much, because we're all like kettles, looking for our lost water. All right, so I'm still here chewing gum, and my brain just refuses to stay on one track. Like every thought is a skateboarder with no brakes, just zooming around and crashing into lampposts. Imagine if gum actually had flavors based on moods like, instead of strawberry or mint, you'd have existential crisis gum that tastes like late-night YouTube scrolling, or Monday morning gum that tastes like your alarm clock. And speaking of alarms, have you noticed how alarm clocks are the rudest invention ever? Like, who gave them permission to just scream at us every morning? If I screamed at people like that, I'd get cancelled immediately, but alarms get away with it because we need them. Maybe alarms secretly run the world, deciding when humans wake up, when schools start, when work begins. And maybe they have a secret council where they laugh at us every time we hit snooze. And then I start thinking, why does every house have at least one drawer full of completely random stuff that nobody ever cleans out? You open it, and there's like one dead battery, 3 pens that don't write, a key from a door that doesn't exist anymore, and maybe a rubber band that's older than you are. What if those drawers are actually portals, like little wormholes? And everything we lose, socks, pens, phone chargers, just ends up in the master drawer dimension, where there's a king made out of tangled earbuds. And if you stay quiet enough, maybe at night you can hear the faint cry of your missing charger begging to come home. Chewing more gum, and I'm like, why do pigeons walk like they're listening to music we can't hear? Maybe pigeons have the best playlist ever, and that's why they strut around like tiny rappers on a music video set. And I swear if trees could text, they'd just spam us with photosynthesis lol 100 times a day. And maybe send memes about squirrels. But squirrels probably don't care about memes. They're too busy hoarding acorns, like teenagers hoard Wi-Fi passwords. And then imagine if Wi-Fi was a physical object you had to catch. Like a butterfly, people would be running through the streets with nets screaming, "I need internet for TikTok," and the Wi-Fi would just float away laughing. And you know what's crazy? Every time you close a fridge, the food inside probably throws a party. Like the milk is the DJ, the cheese is breakdancing, and the leftover pizza slice is just chilling in the corner acting too cool. But when you open the fridge, boom, everyone freezes, pretending to be normal food again. That means we're literally intruding on their lifestyle every time we want a snack. Makes you wonder who's the real owner of the fridge, us or the food. By the way, don't forget, our mission is still 1,000 subscribers. That's like the sacred hamster prophecy. You subscribe, you like, you comment, and boom, you become part of the hamster squad. Think of it as joining a secret society where the only rule is don't be boring. And honestly, you leaving a comment could inspire the next stream of nonsense. Like what if your random thought about socks becomes the center of tomorrow's philosophy lesson? So hit that subscribe button, smash that like, write a comment, and let's prove to YouTube that even hamster rambling deserves to go viral. And continuing, what if mirrors don't actually show your reflection, but show a version of you that's locked inside, trapped forever, just waiting for the day when mirrors decide to swap places with us? That would be terrifying, but also kind of epic, because maybe Mirror You has been practicing dance moves and is way cooler. And speaking of dancing, why is it that when music plays in a store, 90% of people act like they don't hear it, but secretly everyone is vibing inside? It's like a silent flash mob, but we're too shy to let it out. Also, chewing gum is weird if you think about it. Like, you're literally chewing on something forever that never disappears. Imagine if food was like that, just infinite. You eat a burger, and it just never ends, bite after bite, forever. At first it's awesome, but after the 10,000th bite, you're like, please, make it stop. And then I start thinking about chairs. Why do we trust chairs so much? Every day we just throw ourselves at them, assuming they'll catch us. What if one day chairs go on strike and say, nah, not today? That would be chaos. Anyway. Don't scroll away yet because I'm just warming up, and this is only the beginning of the hamster philosophy saga. Hit that sub button right now because we're climbing to 1K together. And if you're not part of this climb, you're missing out on the weirdest, most random ride your brain can take. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and tell me, do you think chairs ever get tired of holding us up? Okay, so I'm still here chewing gum, like it's the only thing keeping my brain from floating away. And the more I chew, the more I realize that maybe gum is just human training for eternity. Like you're practicing patience because you know it never ends, it just keeps going. And maybe life is secretly like that too, just one long chew. And then I thought, what if clouds are just sky gum that the earth is chewing and spitting out in weird shapes? And bro, clouds are so unfair. Like one day they look like a dragon and everyone's like, wow, nature is art. And the next day they look like nothing, just gray mashed potatoes. Like, come on, cloud. Try harder. Maybe there's a lazy cloud, intern who's supposed to design shapes, and he's just doodling circles while the boss isn't looking. And then my head flips to cereal. Why do cereal ads always say part of a balanced breakfast, but they never show the balance? They just throw some orange juice and a random apple next to it and say it's balanced. Balanced with what? Balanced with my sadness at 7 a.m. And milk. Don't even get me started on milk. Milk is basically cow Wi-Fi, right? It connects you to calcium updates. And oat milk, almond milk. Coconut milk, bro. They're just vegetable. Imposters cosplaying as cows. I wonder if cows get offended like, bruh, that's not milk. That's nut juice. Chewing more gum, brain going faster, thinking about elevators. Every elevator has two vibes. Either awkward silence, where everyone looks at their shoes like shoes are suddenly the most interesting thing on earth. Or chaos when one guy tries to tell a joke that nobody laughs at. Maybe elevators are testing. US, like will humans vibe today or not? And then when the doors close, maybe the elevator whispers to other elevators through Wi-Fi, gossiping like, yo, the humans on floor 3 smell weird. And yo, imagine if animals had social media. Cats would post just knocked over another glass #YOLO. Dogs would post blurry selfies, like best day ever again. And hamsters would go live just spinning in a wheel saying grind never stops. And fish would have the most toxic comment sections, just bubbles and insults. Maybe we're all just living inside some bigger creature's TikTok right now. Like they're watching us and going, haha, look at these tiny humans making memes about chairs. Oh, speaking of chairs, bro, chairs are so underrated. They're literally the heroes of our daily life. Without chairs, half of school wouldn't even function. Imagine math class, but you have to stand the whole time. Everyone would drop out. Maybe chairs deserve awards, like chair Oscars. And the best supporting role in a teenager's nap goes to beanbag chair. But then my gum distracted me again. Like, what if gum has memories of everything you've chewed before? So the gum right now knows about the sandwich I ate last week, the pizza from yesterday. And it's just judging me silently. Gum is like a USB stick for your mouth. What if someday scientists plug gum into a computer and download all our thoughts? That would be the weirdest therapy session ever. And yo, don't forget we're on the quest for 1,000 subscribers. That's literally our destiny, like the golden ring in Sonic, the final boss key in Zelda, the big badge of honor. If you subscribe, you're not just pressing a button, you're literally powering this hamster brain to keep going. Likes are like energy drinks for the algorithm, and comments are like secret cheat codes. So do your part, subscribe, like, drop a comment about literally anything. Tell me what your gum flavor is right now. Tell me your weirdest dream. Tell me if you think clouds are lazy potatoes too. I'll read it, I'll laugh, and boom, you'll be immortalized in hamster lore. And I can't stop thinking, why do we clap? Like who invented clapping? I like what you did. Let me slap my hands together like to fish fighting. That's basically applause. Maybe dolphins invented clapping first, and humans stole it. And yawning, why is yawning contagious? It's like your brain Bluetooths a yawn into other brains. Imagine if laughter worked like that. Oh wait, it does. Maybe emotions are just viruses we send each other, but the good kind. And now I'm staring at the ceiling thinking, what if ceilings are just floors from another dimension looking down on us? Like, haha, look at these tiny humans walking upside down. And light bulbs are their suns, and spiders in the corners are their cows. Maybe we're all living in a dollhouse for giants. And every time thunder happens, it's just them dropping something heavy on their floor. Anyway, I'm still not done. This hamster monologue is infinite like gum flavor that won't die. But before I roll deeper into the nonsense abyss seriously, smash subscribe, hit like, and comment something totally random, because the more random you are, the stronger this hamster cult becomes. 1,000 subs is just step one. After that, who knows, Maybe we'll take over YouTube with pure nonsense philosophy. Bro, okay? Gum's still here, still chewing, and my brain is spinning like a washing machine with a brick inside, and I'm just letting it go, no filter. Like, think about this, socks. Socks are just little prisons for our feet, right? But nobody ever questions them. We just accept that our toes are doing life sentences every single day, and the only time they get parole is in the shower. Maybe socks have meetings at night where they complain. Like, yo, this dude wore me with sneakers all day and didn't even wash me after. And don't even get me started on the sock that goes missing in the laundry. That's not an accident. That sock escaped. It dug a tunnel like in prison movies, and now it's living free in some magical sock kingdom, sipping hot chocolate and laughing at us searching under the bed. And then I thought about bananas. Bananas are literally nature's USB stick. You peel them open like you're unlocking a file, and boom, yellow data. But the weirdest part is they come with their own packaging. Like the banana was sitting in fruit school and went, nah, I'll do my homework and bring my own folder. And who decided bananas should be curved? Was that for comfort? Like, they fit your hand perfectly, and maybe that's the universe's way of saying here, human, I made this fruit ergonomic. Chewing gum harder now, and my brain says, pillows. Bro, pillows are the most loyal friends we'll ever have. Think about it, pillows know all your secrets. You've cried into them, screamed into them, dreamed on them, drooled all over them. And they never snitched once. They just sit there, quietly supporting your skull like, yeah, bro, I got you. Imagine if pillows could talk. Though, that would be dangerous. They'd be like, yo, this guy cried because his Wi-Fi went out or she practiced TikTok dances at 2 a.m. again. That would end society instantly. And wait. Gum again distracts me. What if gum is actually alive? Like every time you chew. It's just screaming, bro, stop. But in gum language we can't hear. Maybe gum is like sacrificing itself for your boredom. That's dark, but also kind of heroic. Gum deserves a medal. And why do we brush our teeth twice a day? Who decided twice? Why not 3? Or 7? Or once a week with ultra brushing? Dentists low-key run a cult? Bro, imagine there's a secret dentist Illuminati deciding how much toothpaste we use so they can sell US more. And toothpaste flavors, why is it always mint? Where's the pizza-flavored toothpaste? The bubblegum one doesn't count. That's for kids. Give me lasagna-flavored toothpaste. I'd brush forever. Also, walls. Why do walls just exist? Like, we take them for granted, but they're literally giant shields keeping the outside out and the inside in. What if walls could move? One day you wake up and your bedroom wall decided to shift 3 meters to the left. Chaos. And I bet walls gossip about us through the echoes. Every time you hear that weird creak in your room at night, that's your wall roasting you to the ceiling. And you know what? Birds are basically government drones. Yeah, meme territory. But think deeper, why do they always act suspicious, tilting their heads, like they're scanning your soul? Maybe birds are not drones, but therapists. Like every time you see a pigeon, it's just silently judging your life choices. Like, bro, really another energy drink at 10 a.m. Anyway, don't forget you guys have to smash subscribe because the hamster army is growing. We're on this epic journey to 1,000 subs, and if you're not on board, you're literally missing history in the making. Likes are like hamster seeds. The more we plant, the bigger this chaos garden grows. And comments are fuel. If you drop a comment, I promise I'll read it. Maybe laugh so hard I choke on gum. Maybe use it in the next stream. You'll be part of hamster immortality. And while I chew, my brain flips again. Why are stairs so dramatic? Like, you go up them and it's a full workout. Your lungs are on fire. You feel like you're climbing Mount Everest just to get to the 2nd floor. But going down, that's the easiest thing ever. Gravity just does all the work. Stairs are two-faced. And escalators don't even. They're stairs with an ego. They're like, yeah, we could move, but you still have to stand awkwardly next to strangers. Also, why do we say sleep like a baby? Babies don't sleep. Babies wake up every 3 hours screaming. If you sleep like a baby, you're not resting, you're suffering. We should say sleep like a teenager on summer break. That's real sleep. And one more thing, umbrellas. Umbrellas are so sus. They're supposed to protect us. But every time it rains sideways, they betray us instantly. And then when the wind blows, boom, umbrella flips inside out, and now you're just holding a broken satellite dish. I think umbrellas are in league with the weather, laughing at us from above. But anyway, don't scroll away, because this hamster brain isn't even close to done. Subscribe. Alright guys, our stream for today is coming to an end. Thanks to everyone who stayed with me, commented, and helped grow the garden in Grow a Garden. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It's really important and motivates me to make even more crazy streams for you. Share your thoughts, tips, or just funny stories in the comments. I always read them and love discussing with you. See you next time. And let's keep growing our chaotic garden together.